It was a beautiful summer evening. The city was sparkling with lights, music filled the air, and everywhere people were laughing and celebrating. Juliet stood on the balcony of her house watching the party below. A gentle breeze was blowing, and there was a strange restlessness in her heart, as if something special was about to happen. Amid the crowd, her eyes fell upon Romeo. Slowly making his way through the people, he approached her and greeted her with a warm smile. That single moment changed Juliet's life forever. Their meetings became more frequent. Sometimes they met in the garden, sometimes on the outskirts of the dot city, and sometimes just seeing each other from afar was enough to comfort their hearts. But their love was not easy. Juliet's father did not approve of Romeo. He made it clear that Juliet should not stay away from him. That love is not something that can be controlled so easily. Every night, Juliet would secretly go to the Dot garden of her house to meet Romeo. They would talk quietly, Dot, because if anyone found out, it could cause a huge scandal. One night, Juliet said sadly to Romeo, "Take me far away from here to a place where we can be alone and have nothing to fear." Romeo held her hand and promised that he would never leave her side. As time passed, the challenges grew. People questioned their love and tried to convince them that their relationship could never work. Sometimes Juliet's courage began to fade. She felt as though everything was just a dream. Romeo, too, occasionally became distant, which only made Juliet more worried. Then one day, Romeo left without saying a word. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Juliet waited for him every day. Each evening, she stood by the road outside the city, hoping that perhaps he would return that day. But he never came. Gradually, Juliet's faith began to weaken. She started to believe that Romeo had forgotten her. Yet her love for him remained alive in her heart. Then one evening, as the sun was setting and the sky was painted in shades of orange, Juliet saw someone approaching from a distance. It was Romeo. Tears filled her eyes. Romeo came to her, knelt down on one knee, and took a small ring out of his pocket. "Juliet," he said, "you will never have to be alone again. I love you, and I always will. Will you marry me?" Tears of happiness streamed down Juliet's face. The years of waiting, pain, and struggles suddenly felt worthwhile. Smiling through her tears, she nodded her head. On that day, their love overcame every obstacle, and their story, which once seemed impossible, reached a beautiful ending. It became a love story that proved that when love is true and comes from the heart, it can overcome any challenge.